Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I'm using and revisiting some other makeup collection, and today I'm going to use Chanel Tweed because it's such a beautiful and elegant makeup collection, along with other makeup products that I think are they're just so good not to be used. I jumped into the Chanel Tweed. I'm gonna do my complexions. I'm gonna use my Dior Forever Glow Star Filter shade number 2. Not a new product, but as I said, just so good. So I'm applying it with a loose brush. This is a very nice brush. I could actually use my Chanel brush to do the same. I just don't know where it is. This is from Real Technique and it's for light layer complexion. Foundation, I'm going to use my Dior Forever Stick Skin Perfect. I have shade 2.5. I can't believe we are, oh my god, we're the 23rd of July already. It's just going by so quickly. And I am using the same brush because this foundation at Dior is really delicate. You really need to apply it very gently onto your skin, and once it's applied, you don't, you leave it there. It's not the kind of foundation that you need to rub onto your skin. I'm going to powder my face just a little bit because I want to keep that beautiful velvety finish, but I also want to set a few areas. So I'm going to use my Dior filter powder. This is the Dior Forever Nude Matte Filter. I have shade 2. Just to set, the nose, the T-zone. That's why I love the DR Star Glow Filter so much, because it makes your skin looking so radiant. It's that glow without being overly dewy or tacky or anything. It just makes your skin looking wow. But of course, if you are applying a foundation on top of it that is super highly maximum coverage, you're not really gonna get the benefit of the Dior Glow Star Filter. And I am very lucky because my blush is brand spick and span new. This is Le Tissage de Chanel, so the Tweed, and I have picked up, well actually my husband picked up the shade 130, and I feel silly because I should have told him to pick all the shades that were available because it's so beautiful. Look at this, guys. I know it's not a new collection. I know it's been around since September, the 1st of September 2022. It's almost 4 years ago. Actually, 4 years is nothing. Oh my god, 4 years is literally nothing. But they are nowhere to be seen, and I am so happy I've got this one. I think whenever my husband goes back to Asia, I will tell him to pick up the remaining of the collection. He's like my Sherpa sometimes. I think he secretly likes to be involved. Let's apply this beautiful blush. So as I mentioned, it is shade 130 Tweed Evanescence, I guess. It still has a shelf life of 18 months, which is, pretty good. And I'm gonna use my brush from Chanel. This is the number 110. It's a blush brush. Oh, how beautiful is this shade? Look at this. It's a fresh pink with a lot of luminosity. It has a very fine mini sparkles into it, but you know what? I absolutely love it. I don't even mind. I don't even care. I feel like when you revisit older makeup collection, it's almost like a new collection. In my case anyway, because I tend to jump always on the new trend. And whenever I go back to older collection, I feel like it's just new product. I haven't played with them in such a long time. And this one especially because it's brand new. Oh, I am loving this. It does make me think of the Rose Polaire blush at Chanel. For my eyes, I'm going to use the shade in the Tweed, the shade 02 Tweed Pourpre. So it's more of a purple palette, and I think it's gonna match perfectly the blush. We're going something a little bit more pink purple-ish today. I just love, you know, when there is a little bit of effort or thought to those collections. I feel like sometimes nowadays it's just new collection chunk out every 6 weeks, every 2 months. I don't know what's the frequency. I should look. There's definitely a pattern. But like maybe Chanel and the denim collection was actually really nice. The pouch was different, a little bit like this. But I feel like sometimes overall, and that's not just Chanel, that's a lot of brands, it's just a new product that is not so new so much because, you know, the shades are never going to be that different. New formulas, fair enough. But I feel like, I don't know, I love the nostalgia of playing with older makeup products. I'm gonna use the lightest pink in the palette all over my mobile eyelid. And it's very, very light. And you can tell I've been in the palette quite a lot. There is dent in all the shades. It's always a good sign. Obviously, this is the older formula, so definitely a dry powder where you have the light shades are very, very light. It's barely, not that it's no pigment, but it's just very light. Whereas the darker shades and the medium and the darker shade obviously have more pigment. And they're not the most buildable. So I think we gotta give it to Chanel now with the new formulas. A little bit more creamy, not as dry powdery, and definitely more buildable, a little bit more pigment. Better pigment peel. I'm going to use this shade here. It's a medium tone shade towards the outer edge of the eye. Again, it's medium, but it's not the darkest shade. And now the third shade here at the top. And my eyeshadow brush is from Chanel. It's the number 200. Just like this. Oh, it matches the blush perfectly. And I'm gonna use that same shade, the medium third shade, under at the base of the eyelashes. I've moved the camera. I think the light is a little bit better just on the other side. I finished the eyes. I've added a very fine line of my eyeliner at Chanel from the Rouge Noir collection. So if you have this eyeliner, I think it matches perfectly with any eyeshadow that has more of a brown, reddish, purple undertone. It matches perfectly. I will add as finishing powder this powder from Makeup by Mario. It is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. I have shade medium. I don't think Chanel has any of those finishing powder. I don't think so. Maybe more in terms of like a light bronzer, but it's not quite the same. So I'm just gonna dust off some here, quite large. Just a little bit more down here. For my lips, I'm going to apply my lip liner from Dior. I have the shade Nude xoxo 100. And for my lipstick, I'm going to go with my Sisley. This is the shade Beige Nude number 10. And to finish the look, I will add just a little bit of lip gloss. I think it needs a little bit of gloss on the lips. So obviously, that's the new Chanel ones. And this is the yellow. It's the number 456. I'm not going to go directly with the applicator because Otherwise, the applicator turns with a funny color. Just like this, just a little bit. I think this makeup looks like a brand new makeup collection. No one would ever know. So don't feel too sorry for yourself if you've missed on a few collections lately. It's fine, just play with your older makeup. If it's the kind of, if it's the palette that really suits you, happy days. I will link whatever product I can find that are still available. Obviously, some of them were limited edition and no longer available, but for the others, I will make sure that I've listed everything down below for your convenience. I'm loving this. It's very, I mean, the skin is absolutely beautiful. Look at this. It's like, it's velvety rather than glowy, but it does have a little bit of a glow. I think what I don't like about foundations that are too dewy is how it turns sticky and not so, I don't know, I feel like dewy is just not my thing, but this, that velvet, soft velvety with that glow, it's like your skin but better. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also go follow me on socials. Thank you so much guys for being here. I cannot wait to read your comments. Let me know what you guys think. I am sure a lot of you still have the Tweed collection at home. I know for a fact a lot of you have that same collection. What is your older go-to collection? I'm quite curious. I have a lot. I think I might turn that into a series and just revisit older makeup products that were really, really good and high, like older foundations, older, like the holy grails basically that are still just so good. Because it's not because that it's an older product that they're not good anymore, that's my takeaway anyway. Thank you for engaging and I will see you at the next video. Bye guys.